Thank you for allowing me to interview today. My name is Megan, and this interview is for an assignment for my Communication Research Methods class. I'll be asking you questions about your student experiences here at MSU, and the interview should last probably like 15-20 minutes tops. With your permission, this interview will be recorded later so I can view it and assess my skills as an interviewer, and others can view it as well. Do I have your permission to video this interview?
Of course.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
I don't think so.
Alright. To get us started, can you say your name and what years you are in school?
Okay, my name is Samantha and I am a junior in college.
What is your current major?
My current major is organizational communications, so that's the path I chose in the communications department.
Do you have a minor with that, or?
Yeah, I'm a psychology minor. I have to have a minor.
Yes, I have a minor.
Non-comprehensive, I think that's the right term.
Yeah. Why did you choose your major?
Okay, well, I was in a completely different major. Freshman year, I declared after freshman year I was exercise movement science. And then I got an internship the summer after my freshman year in St. Louis, and it's for this organization called Fair St. Louis, and I did a lot of like planning and organizing this big huge fair that goes on in St. Louis during the summer. So I started thinking, and I was like, I really enjoyed that. Is that what I want to do? So I was like, yeah, I think I'll just change, because I wasn't exactly enjoying a lot of my classes and my other majors, so I decided to transfer my major to communications.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose organizational communications because I was working for organization. I figured that was more
Right.
like the route of what I was wanting to do.
Right. It kind of sounds along the lines of like the event coordinating thing.
Yeah,
like
it's like large scale event planning, basically. I'm not sure if that's what I exactly want to do, but I know that I'm on the right path.
Right. Yeah, and that degree you could do multiple different things with that. What about the psychology minor? Where'd that come into play?
That's more because I'd already taken a lot of psychology classes. I took like a psychology math class, stats or whatever. Took a couple other classes, just interesting to me. And I was like, yeah, I take like 4 or 5 more classes. And I was like, I'll just do that for my minor, because I was almost done. I had like 4 or 5 classes left to take. I had like 4, so I'm done after this semester with my psychology minor.
That there wasn't like any kind of bigger interest other than
no. I mean, psychology is interesting to me, and I think if I would have thought about it, even if I didn't have it, I probably would have chosen psychology, but classes already.
Yeah, well, the class is already done. Did you talk to anybody before you chose your major?
Actually, yes, I did. I took public speaking freshman year. It's a gen ed, whatever, Com 115 or something like that. And my teacher was Dr. John Boris, and he's in the communications department here, and so I really liked him. Like, I did well in this class, so I emailed him when I was like thinking about changing, just to kind of get someone else's opinion, because I didn't really know I didn't know what I was going into. Like, I was completely uneducated in the entire thing. So I emailed him, and we just kind of talked about it. He's like, I think it'd be a great option for you. Like, he had me explain why I was thinking about changing, what I was really wanting to do, and like told me if yes, this is communications, you're going to the right department. So he really helped me. Like, he became my advisor, and actually when he became my advisor, I think I was his only advisee for a while. I think now he has more, but like he was extremely helpful in the entire thing. He still emails me now and will be like, how are classes going? Like, the nicest advisor I've had since I've been here, and I've had like 3 or 4. So
that's
saying
lucky.
something.
That's lucky to have.
Yeah.
Did you look into like any careers with your major, or was it kind of just the fair thing?
I guess that'd be the career I looked into. That's what made me decide to do it.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, my internship, which I've done every year since then. I'm head intern this summer, actually. Yeah, I know. I don't think it means much, but it still feels good to say I'm head intern.
What are you, with like being head intern, what are you like in charge of and stuff?
Okay, well, the first year I was kind of getting my feet wet, like it was just kind of helping out and doing stuff, but little things I needed to do. Last year I was in charge of all the volunteers, so I coordinated all that, organized that, like communicated with that, and then with this, like the head of the chair for volunteering and everything. That was my job last year. This year, I don't know. Apparently, I have like the other interns answer to me, but I don't know how well that's gonna go considering they're gonna be the same age as me. So I know that I would want to be like Miss Boss Lady to someone who's my same age. Like, that probably would go well with me. So we'll see. But I think I'm more in charge of like the permits. And there's an air show, so I'm in charge of a lot of the air show, like licensing and permits and phone lines for that.
Okay.
But I haven't started yet, so I really don't know. I went over spring break and did a little bit, but I'm not exactly clear on what
kind of like you said they do a lot of the events in the St. Louis area. Like what do you think this summer? Or do you have any idea what some of them are going to be?
Well, what it is it's a fair on 4th of July weekend on the Arch Grounds.
Okay.
So it's 3 days, and we have concerts tonight, we have fireworks tonight, we have air shows, 2 air shows during the day, we have a bunch of like food booths, we have a kids zone with a bunch of activities and shows, culture stage with a bunch of activities and shows. It's just a bunch of stuff. I think they've already announced the 3 concerts for this year. Trace Atkins, Counting Crows, and Brett Michaels actually, which will be kind of fun, I think. But hopefully he's okay during the show. But then the next 2 weekends, there's 4 more concerts on Social Memorial, a couple blocks up in downtown. So it's just a lot of like, it sounds really simple, but it's a lot of like permits and planning, and I mean we have a lot of people show up, so crowd control and coordinating with police, and it takes a lot more work than people probably think when they go there.
Oh, I can only imagine. It sounds like it'd be a lot of work. Getting back to more of the school side, what has been the most valuable learning experience at Missouri State so far, you think?
Okay, if I had to pick one, this sounds really stupid, but in Com 209 that I took last semester, it was the first time, because my last major it wasn't a lot of like papers and stuff, and I've come to realize that communications is a lot of papers, or that's been my experience so far, and I had to do an annotated bibliography, and I just wasn't anticipating it being as difficult as it was. And it really got me, and then I do a lit review, so like those 2 assignments together kind of got me in like the swing of like researching like scholarly articles, citing them, doing the right format, like it kind of just threw me into it and got me used to what I've been doing since.
Right.
So I would say that was probably my most valuable experience, annotated bibliography.
Should
That's what you were expecting.
Well, that's cool to help like opened your eyes to the research and stuff and helped you with that, because that's a huge part.
Yes, I guess I wasn't expecting that. I've seen like tests, but it's a lot more papers. That's what I think at least.
Communicating.
Yes.
Crazy.
Talking about theories and communicating.
If you could offer one piece of advice to a prospective Missouri State student, what would it be? Would it be more of like the researching part of, like you said, or maybe?
I think that honestly what I would say was kind of give it a chance. It takes time to adjust. I was, I guess for lack of better terms, I was miserable here when I first came down here.
Oh, really?
I just did not like it at all. I'm not very good with change. It was a huge shock to me, and I was like transferring home in the semester. Like I applied, I got accepted, I was signed up for classes, and like 2 weeks before this first semester ended, it was fall 2010. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick it out. My twin sister transferred home, but I decided I was just gonna stay down here. So I don't know, that's probably what I do is like, and I like it now. Like it's been a while, but I've gotten used to it. So I'd say just give it a chance. You'll find something positive about it.
Right.
It's not horrible. Like don't be such a.
Yeah, that's a good story to. Where are you from?
From St. Louis. So I know that sounds really dramatic because I'm not really that far away from my family, but like my nephew and my other sisters, my mom and dad, and I'm super close to my family, so it's just kind of hard. It's just weird being away.
How long have you been here for?
This is my 3rd year, so I guess it's been 3 years. I lived in the dorm the first year, and then I moved in an apartment. I have to say, living in an apartment makes it a lot better. Okay. You don't feel like you're trapped within the same like mile radius. Like you can like get away, and there's more natural light, which actually makes a lot of difference in my mood. So yeah, the dorms just depressed me. Although they look a lot nicer now. I saw them last year, and I was like, oh, they did a lot better than my freshman.
I've heard a lot of different people have more negative experience in the dorms than the positive, which kind of surprised me in a way. I
think if I would have been such a negative person if it was a really negative part of my life, I think I would have probably like enjoyed it more. I just think I wasn't even looking at any kind of positive. I was just gonna be like, no, nothing about it I like.
Right.
So.
Well, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
So you said that you are doing the psych minor and then the organizational comm major, and then you really figured you wanted to do that after you had that internship in St. Louis with the fairgrounds and the event thing. You decided you wanted to do this after you had talked to your public speaking teacher, because he really helped you get in this path and find out what you wanted to do. And if you had to give any advice to anybody, it would be more give it a chance and help stay here.
There's some positives.
There's some positives in anything. Yeah, don't always look at the negatives, which I tend to do sometimes.
I feel like I try to be optimistic, but sometimes it's difficult.
It is. But do you have any questions for me?
No, I think I'm good. Covered a lot.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem.